All right, stats, here we are in video number 2 for your week 1 definitions. All right, so we're going to make a pie chart. So we talked about that at the end of the last video. This pie here is going to have 3 different slices because you have 3 different shots that you can make. All right, so I'm going to show you the work that I want to see. So first off, 48 out of the 151, what you're going to do is type it into the old calculadora. We are going to always round probabilities to 3 decimals. So 0.31, that rounds up to 8. So 318 as a percentage, multiply it by 100, just move that over twice, 31.8%. Then for the 2 pointers, so that's roughly a third. We're going to do 66 divided by 151. That is 0.437. And 0.437 as a percentage is 43.7%. And lastly, we're going to do this 137 divided by 151. Your week 1 homework assignment is probably going to have a few of these. You're going to do it exactly like this. That is almost a quarter. So 0.245 is 24.5%. All right, so it's up to you how, you just got to make sure that the 2 point isn't exactly half of it, and so forth. You get a little bit of leeway. I would probably start with I don't know, I guess the 3. The 3 pointers are basically a quarter, okay? So a dot in the middle there. Then I'm gonna go like this, and then pretty much a quarter of it is for the 3 pointers, and then you put what percent it represents. 24.5% of the shots you make are 3 pointers. Then, I don't know, the next one is a third. So if you want to, or roughly a third, it's a little bit less than a third. So something maybe like this. How about that? That looks good. And that is for the free throws, the 1 point shots, 31.8%. And then you guessed it, the 2 pointers would make up. And if you made something that looked like this, I would not find any fault. But again, I want to see percentages. I want to see the proportion and so forth. This is what we're going to do. All right, how about one more here? Maybe you guys can try this one on your own. Okay, so students in different types of classes. So we got 20 in calc, 25 in stats, 18 in some physics, and 22 in bio. So what I did is I added those up for you, 85 in total. So what you're going to do is figure out what's proportion and then percents of the pie. So we're going to have now 4 slices. Why 4? We have 4 different classes. If you didn't have the total, there would be like an other one here, in the other class, and so forth. Anyway, we might investigate that further. Anyway, 20 out of 85. 20 divided by 85. Type that in. 235 is what we're looking at. 235. 23.5%. All right. Then we got in stats, 25 divided by 85. 294. 294. Multiply that by 100. So together they are just a little bit over 50%. We're going to keep that in mind. Then physics, 18 divided by 85. 212. I'll allow you to be off by 100th, but we should know how to round at this stage. 212. And then bio is just barely over a quarter. 259. 259. So here's what I'm going to do. In putting these together, again, the order that you put them in doesn't matter. You just need all 4, and they need to look correct. So I'm going to put physics and stats together because if you add, I forgot to give you a percent on these, 25.9%, 21.2%. If you add physics and stats together, you get 50.6%. That's basically half. Okay, so what I'm going to do dot in the middle. I'm going to draw a diameter there. And what's bigger? Stats is a little bit bigger. We'll call that stats. So we got stats right here. Weighing in at 29.4%. There, physics at 21.2%. Then, gosh, I mean, bio is essentially just a tad bit bigger than a quarter there. All right, so, I mean, just barely. See that? That is just barely. So we got bio. Anyway, you should never, nobody should miss any of these pretty easy points in making a pie chart. And then calc at 23.5%.